Hello YouTube! This is going to be my first commentary video, so bear with me a little bit on this one, it might be a bit shaky, but yeah, let's get into it. So this track is Luscious from Classification, or Classic. This is a really nice track, and it's a track that when I was first getting into watching YouTube videos of ninjas, at least more consistently, and getting into watching trials, and getting excited about trials, this track was a big pass back then, and I remember watching Lorcan's video on it, being super impressed, really liking the track, and yeah, now I'm here and I've passed it myself, and I'm super happy that I can even say that I'm here, I've passed this track, and yeah, super crazy. So yeah, this is my first level 7 as well, which is huge for me. Level 7 was the hardest hardest level anyone had ever passed back then, which now I'm here, which is crazy to think about as well. So yeah, I'm just really happy with this pass. Yeah, so I'll talk a bit about the difficulty I found the CPs, which I imagine, yeah, well, not everyone's going to agree, because everyone already doesn't agree with what they find, and one of the CPs in particular I'm going to put in a place where I'm sure most people will disagree, but that's just my experience, and no one's wrong. It's just how I feel when I played this track, or how I felt. So yeah, I'll start with the most difficult, which I'd say is CP6, which to me, always a really hard CP. There's just a lot on that track, a lot on that CP where I'm gonna struggle on it because it does not play to my strengths at all. So yeah, CP6 the hardest. Then next, this is where it gets controversial. I'm gonna say CP1, the second hardest. Honestly, purely just because, I don't know, I could not do that CP. I spent so long in full just playing CP1 and not getting past it. But yeah, that's just how it went for me. Honestly, I don't think the objectively the CP is particularly hard. When I was first grinding this track, way back, I could do CP1 easily, comfortably, but for some reason this time, come to CP1 and I'll spend half an hour at a time and not get past it. Like before I got this run, I spent half an hour on CP1. So, and then I get to this run and you'll see I passed CP5 at 7 minutes, which is a crazy good run. Yeah, really nice. So the next hardest CP for me, I would say the CP5. Just this whole jump back section and then this squish up to the top of the end is actually, it's really tough. It's deceptively hard. Like when I watch it, it doesn't look that hard, but when you're playing this to get the height for the squishes, it's not a comfortable squish to go for, I'd say. And yeah, the next one, CP4 for the next most difficult, then CP2 and CP3, I would say. And CP2 and CP3 are quite comfortable. They're not too bad, but the other 4 CPs are particularly difficult. So yeah, here you can see getting the last 7 minutes, as I said before, which is really nice. I've put some fails in here for the last CP, as you can see at the very end. I have 3 of them. I think the third one I get completely scammed on, as you'll see in a minute, but this ending itself is not hard, it's just, I'm just one to always fail the endings of CPs, or fail every part of a CP at least a couple times, so I expect to fail. Yeah, for this end, I think the best thing is to not stop here. When I stop, it's possible to throttle, but you're just making it harder for yourself at that point. So yeah, this is the one here where I think I get scammed. As you're gonna see, well, you can make your own opinion about it, but the way I lose grip there, I don't think I deserve to lose grip, but the game obviously thinks different, but at the same time that's fine, I still ended up passing here. So it's not too bad. I ended up having 6 timeouts on just this last CP, and I have no idea how much restarts and timeouts on the rest of the track, but my guess is around 12 timeouts total. And no idea how many restarts I had, but it was definitely too many restarts for sure. Most of my restarts coming from CP2 and a couple from CP4. With CP2, I felt like I'd either get the CP right away when I got there, or I just wouldn't pass it in 5 to 10 minutes. So I ended up restarting there quite a lot. Yeah, so here's the pass. 28-minute run, which is very slow for sure, but as it's a level 7 and my first level 7, I'll let it off this time. I want to say a big thank you to all the Trials community. You guys are always super supportive, and I want to say I appreciate you a lot. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching the video.